Some viewers may find the following video disturbing. Viewer discretion is advised.
Moin. Hello, you lovely lot out there on internet. Hello, Crispin. You're early. Demons up, Danley, Red Verse, and Orinoco. Dutch. Hello. Yes. No, Jerry. Are we surprised? Potentially not. I'm guessing he's either still in the pub, or again in the pub, or just asleep in his comfy chair. Either way, have a good night, Mr. Jerry. Not drunk enough or too drunk. I have no clue. Literally, I don't know. And I didn't ask him on purpose because it's his week off. He should enjoy it as he likes. Hello, Redverse. I'm guessing he's still drunk, potentially. He was in the Discord earlier today, but he came straight from the pub, so maybe he went back to the pub? Who knows? But in the spirit of international understanding and appreciation of different cultures, I'm gonna have a Kilkenny. You can't smell alcohol in Discord. No, you can't. Yet. There may be a smelly vision in the future. Before people get annoyed that the sound is a bit off, I guess this is better. Oh no, they killed Kenny! The bastards! I hope you all have a lovely evening. I know I'm having beer ASMR. Hold on. Let's do this again. Oh, the first time's just the best. Cheers. So, since Jerry is not available tonight, half an inch to the right and we would have a different... half an inch? Demon Sub is drinking Yorkshire tea. Well, I don't have to drive today, so I might as well enjoy myself a beverage. A Coke Zero, basically that's brown water, isn't it? Again? Yeah, lovely politics. It's just, isn't it great? And Crispin, to be fair, the one we elected, and by we I mean whoever the fuck voted for that dickhead, we basically got our version of Trump now. Mr. Merz might not be as lunatic, but he's 100% as money hungry. Hey, he comes from BlackRock. What will we expect? But at least we'll have eggs for Easter. Potentially. Yeah, it's at least if you count the votes, that's yeah, mostly far right. And he's not so much as backing Ukraine, but trying to secure his own ass, because when everything comes rolling from the east, we're next in line. You can count on it. That's why the polls are so up in arms, literally. They've been there twice. They don't go for a third round. But that's not the topic of this Hobby Hangout. It's called Hobby Hangout. Weird stuff happening. Well, weird stuff is a bit of a push. So there's the Gundam card game that's coming to to Town 2025, including miniatures that are the same for the miniatures game that's coming 2026. The Empire is arriving for Armored Clash, and there have been sightings of the new plastic sprues for Rebels and Empire troops for Star Wars Legion, so my wallet is in hiding. Crispin had his first go with Siocast. See, that I think the Siocast is a different beast. Other than usual plastic or metal or resin miniatures, Siocast is a variable. I think I had some Siocast. I can't remember which one those were, but those aren't bad. Oh yeah, the Heresy Miniature Ghouls Kickstarter. What will I be picking for Spring Clean Challenge? Is it already time again for Spring Clean Challenge? Yes, CO cost can be rubbery, but normally doesn't need to. Well, if it comes to Spring Clean Challenge, here's a Brock I prepared earlier. So I might just go with a Brook. I'm not making Rome. I'm not Lloyd. Oh, speaking of the Warren brothers, in case some of you haven't seen on Face page, Warren did a doozy and fell downstairs and hurt his right hand. Get well soon, mate. Hello, James Knutz. Yeah, it's the wanking hand isn't hurting with a big man, so get well soon. I don't know that. I only know what he wrote on Face page, and that was he fell downstairs. You gotta ask him. No, Demon Sub is actually giving proper hobby advice, so Siocast might be better to be filed with different grades of sandpaper, better than scraping with a hobby knife. Oh, I know why this sounds all very weird, because there's no music playing. Now there's music playing. Oh, last week's music actually got me into DRM trouble. Because I just picked a random tavern music thingamajig, and yeah, that video can't be monetized, but I think the only Siocast models I've got so far actually were the zombies and not zombies, the ghouls from Heresy Miniatures, and those didn't need any trimming or anything. They just look nice. Again, Siocast is a weird a weird material depending on what recipe they are using for the miniatures. It can go from very rubbery to very stiff and almost plastic-like. Oh, welcome, Mr. Toros. Hello. Fighting the missus for the card to get more figures. If you need to fight for them, you might want to rethink about your priorities. Oh, Siocast on 15 mil. That sounds horrible. Well, Crispin, if they are too bad to handle, maybe just then get rid of them and buy some proper ones. Or different ones, I should rather say. Oh, and since Jerry isn't here, I don't think you lot have seen the project entry by. Forgive me, my name memory is getting all over again. Let's see. Hold on. Where is it? Where is it? Where is it? Come on, hamster, be quick. So, Mr. Lovecraft 2020. I think it was. Was it him? Oh no, was it not him? Or was it? Nah, it wasn't him. Way too many undead miniatures here. Let's see. Hold on. Keep it in there. If I can't remember, this one must be it. Was it? Yes. James Stockwell is coming to the aid of the Warlord skeletons. So, James Stockwell, with his Empire response to the invasion of Urukai, is actually defending Warlord skeletons. I'm still waiting for the Oathmark skeletons to be back in stock so that I can get my stuff and start a comparison of some kind, but, well, that has to wait. And the crew can taunt me all they want. I don't care. Demon Soul, yeah, I guess those are the ones with the separate feet. That's very kind of you, James, but I really want the full-on experience with both boxes and possible buyer's remorse. Plus, the order is locked in, and I just need to wait until it's back in the warehouse. I'm just playing the long game now. It's like with my bot war and the battle attacks, and I just need to wait for everything. It's just par for the course. Not yet, because I only pay on delivery. Well, Demons Up, I had the poll. The poll said Oathmark or the Warlords, and so we'll be doing the comparison between those two. We will see, we will see. Maybe they are a special kind of model for special kind of people. See? Orinoco gets it. And to be fair, I have yet to find a skeleton miniature that didn't bring me joy whilst painting. I don't know, Taurus. If I don't, it'll be an eternal conversation to be had. On average, I should be good for 25 more years. On average. So we'll see how that turns out. Oh, but that reminds me, I need to take note on my accountings forum here. And there's that. I guess it would be more profitable, but if I were to go that route, I would literally go to OnlyFans and just make OnlyFans. We do unboxings of miniatures. Speaking of unboxing stuff, today I got an email from Modifius stating that there were review copies available for things like Rules of Wasteland factions. No, Fallout factions. Sorry. Which made me think, how can there be review copies available? It said file. It's literally a digital file. They can shove them out like candy if they want. But I did write them back this afternoon and said, hello, I'd like to apply for a free review copy of the rulebook. I have a painted set of Fallout Wasted Warfare up there with miniatures just above the dooms. And if I get the rule set, I might actually be able to do a proper video on it. And coming back to the Scallybobs, depending on how odd I feel doing them, I might just use them for basing material. When push comes to shove, just plonk them on bases randomly. Or maybe build a Skellybob golem just by using what do you call it? Chests and skulls. Would be interesting. The TV tie-in minis. I was thinking about getting them, but then again, it's like with every other game that has named models. It's just no, Demon. I'm really tempted, but they are exceptionally expensive for just being a display piece. And since they are 3 times up, you need to be painting them properly. But I really, really want Andy to do that Kickstarter and to bring those miniatures to life. They are so dynamic. They are so fun looking. Maybe one day, one can only dream, but he's got different problems currently, so here's to you, Andy. It seems to be like that our industry has the how to put it. There seems to be a red line going through the industry for people being either really close to depression or somehow related to that theme. Harrison Eddie has a proper day job, as far as I know, doesn't he? I'm not sure. Who needs a proper job is Mel, the terrain tutor, who has been gone missing ever since his last call for help. Again, most Scallybobs I had in my fingers so far had been just fun to paint. Those from early days of Keltos were one of the first I painted, and they were lovely. The Morg miniatures Scallybobs were just superb, and those were metal minis. Yeah, Mel's been through a tough time ever since his book went through the roof. I'm not sure if that was the reason why everything went down, but I feel like he plateaued at his book, and yeah. I hope you're feeling well, Mr. Mel. But that's what I was just talking about. There seems to be a very high number of people in our hobby that are dealing with issues on the mental side, one way or the other, and that's not good. Yeah, I'm not sure what happened to his work prior to the book. I do remember that he did various freelance works for other companies, doing massive builds for promotional purposes, and just that seems to have been stopping. Yeah, Luke stopped doing YouTube, and I think he also walked away from his scenic stuff. Oh, I have the mini Mel with the two heads as well, Mr. Demons Up, because I was a backer too. And I watched him do the Gopher dance when the Kickstarter concluded live on the YouTubes, which was very funny. Um, and the weird thing is, I do remember that Mel at some point very early on his video career talked to some people and said that he would really love to do just terrain building. So Mini Mel as Blood Bowl coach, that's nice. Yeah, I'm still having the miniature in a little box with some parts to make him the little prince that sits on top of the planet with one little flower. Haven't gotten around to do that so far. So many things to go to. Oh, uh, do you want to hear me complain about stuff? No, you don't, but I will complain anyway. And because I have the big miniature here. So I usually put washers beneath my miniatures to have some weight to them, to have them stay on the ground. Most bases fit fine. Even Battletech bases fit fine in the past. Because for some odd reason, Mr. Catalyst Game Labs have redesigned their bases, and some of the bases now have this. I'm not sure if it's not visible on the big ones. So this would be the normal Mac base, but some of them have protrusions coming from the sides, there, because there's the point where the miniature actually slots in, and that just takes up so much space that I can't put my washers down. Great. Fuck. To be fair, that's a me problem, but I'm pretty sure I'm not the only one who puts weights in the bases of the Battletech minis just to have them go bigger. Yeah, he has a nice look to it, but he looks better on camera, to be brutally honest, because those little panel lines are deep. The dwarves dug deep. uh, I could. Yes, there are still the hexes, but with this part, this is now hollow, is partially filled with a bit of plastic where the pack from the feet come down. I could try to Dremel that off, but that will be A, a very large mess, and B, I don't think the max will hold on to the base then. Yeah, but if you reread the description on the Kickstarter, it is as big as described. So yeah, it's 4 times the size of a normal Mac, but could be bigger. Still, chunky boy. I could try using nuts, but they don't have the same weight distribution. A single flat washer is just more nice. Plus, it sticks better to my painting handles, which are magnetized. In fact, I could try. My music is going away. Kickstarter exclusive thingamajig. Looks nice. Off the box horribly hard. I don't know if they miscalculated the size or just went with too little tolerances, but this is annoying. So, let me show you. This is how I like it. And this, yeah, you can see it. This is how they've done it. 2 protrusions, one up here and one there. And there's not enough space for the washer. Yes, very, very annoying. And even more annoying are those. Just in the middle of the base. I mean, I get why these 3 pinholes are here, because those are the little hovercrafties. But those don't need the washers. They are light enough. Well. Smaller washers, potentially, yes, but I would need to go and buy them. These washers have been my staple go-to ever since I started building miniatures for Legion. They just fit perfectly in the bases. Well, yeah, it's a bit odd. I'm not even sure if they actually are making bases at this point, or maybe just having the miniature and getting the base pressed on later. Washers. These tiny washers, they are 22 mil in diameter and about, I'd say, 1.5 mil height. They are meant for car bodywork, hence they're very hefty. So they're not your usual washers for just having a little washer. No, those are 6.6 mil, but 8 mil would also work. Blah, blah, blah. Yeah, for whatever reason, while we're on the subject of Catalyst, they restructured their web shop and are still charging over 130 freedom coins for postage. You mad? I mean, come on. 130? Why? When they put the update about the web shop on their Discord. You'd think having a revamped web shop would be something you put into a press newsletter, not only on your web shop, but hey, it's Catalyst. Have they even started fulfilling anything from the Leviathan's airship thingamajig? I think not. No, I don't know. I'm not a backer, so don't hold me accountable on that point. For how long has your friend been waiting now, Demon Sub? Computer units at work. Yeah. If AI had been a buzzword before the Kickstarter, I might have blamed them, but let's see. Since they have revamped their shop, have they started to revamping? No, the Battletech main page is still under maintenance. So no fucking way to get your what do you call it? The PDF, your record sheets. I'm not sure who's in charge of building Battletech's website, but it's a mess. And it's not helping that it is a WordPress mess. I should actually be very annoying and look into what version that is. Version seems to be rather recent. Is it? I don't know. Yeah, it is. So at least they're keeping their backbone up to date. Oh, and the forum is still working. Oh, that's good news. But nobody's replying to anybody's thing. Yep. Bot war! Yeah, Anthony does do a great job for his Traders Galaxy stuff. He actually cares, and it shows. So I'm a bit scared about Anthony maybe overstretching himself with what does he do now? Bot War, Pulp Miniatures, Fantasy, Retros, Rise of Democracy, and whatnot. That's just so much stuff he's doing. It's insane. Oh, speaking of insane people from the far beyond the reaches, Battle Kiwi, also a company from the other side of the planet, is launching a what they called it, a shop, a retailer thingamajig in the UK. So you don't have to buy from Kiwi land, but can buy within the UK. You can get Bot War even free on shipping if you reach, I think, what was it, $160? Where is that Kiwi post? No, not. what did they call it? UK Battle Station. Live since yesterday. Go to battlekiwi.uk. Oh, James again at the forefront of other people's work. Battle bug. Yeah, looks good. And Battle Kiwi really does nice MDF stuff. I really like their stuff. I do have some of their terrain for Legion, actually. And I still remember the Kickstarter he did way back when Star Wars Legion was first announced, and he did the Forest Moon set. No, James, no fire sale. Yes, that's correct. But let me quote: "More battle stations are coming soon for the EU, US, but for now, UK." So, I'm guessing he's in talks with people. And I think that's dedication. That's really cool. And depending on how he set up those shops, that might actually be bringing down prices as well. So good for him. I mean, he was already a very good sponsor of some tournaments I've been to, so he seems to know where the money is. At least it feels like it. And his steering is really cool. Doesn't need much of a paint job. So have we had any other different news that we can talk about? Let's see. Let's blatantly rip through what's on the tabletop side. Not too much, I guess. I think Caesar's back with a new comic, which I found very hilarious. Nah, most of the things aren't very newsworthy as such, because just, yeah, new models from ABZ and other people's. What's the Calpi range, Mr. James Knutz? I don't know those. Let's see. Gripping the Beast. Oh, those! I've seen your panic attack on that. Well, I think someone will enjoy those. They're definitely not my cup of tea. Historical miniatures just don't. No. Not mine. Who wants filthy, pointy-eared, racist elves? Guards of Traitor's Toll. That's a kit I've seen Jerry unbox recently with the guard bags from Wargames Atlantic. That's a tempting thing just to have to sit there and enjoy. humans in Lord of the Rings. Depends on what humans you ask. Snaggy. Can you call them normies if they're already playing D&D? I don't think so. They have started their journey to the dark side already. And I'm pretty sure Jerry doesn't need elves, Mr. Zork. I'd be highly surprised. Buying miniatures and not assembling them, Mr. Demonsub, what is wrong with you? You should know better. Miniatures only live when you assemble them. How can they roam around your cupboard if you don't assemble them? Wargames Atlantic Classic Fantasy Guard. That's the set I was talking about, yeah. They do look nice. A true hobbyist. Yeah, some grey plastic is allowed, but not too much grey plastic. Because too much grey plastic is bad for the economy. I thought somebody left a comment on that video for the classic fantasy guards, but seemed to be wrong. Odd. Oh, why did you delete that? It took me a minute to get my head around it, but I did get it. I mean, yeah, that bloke only needs a nice head. Nah, wasn't. Not more than the usual that's around the site. Hello, Mr. Regast. Welcome to the beer and beverages. Take a seat, have a drink, enjoy what is St. Paddy's Day for other people. Not for me, because I have no clue. I know, Noko, you weren't wrong. Especially because of the paint shop. I think the paint shop is pretty much the same. Work in 3 hours. Oh, God. I'd go for coffee then. But not water. Water is bad for you. Water is where the fish have sex in. And also poo and pee. Good night, Dutch. Coffee doesn't work that way. It doesn't alleviate your blood pressure. At least that's what I've been told. But then again, I'm not a doctor, so don't take anything I say for medical advice. Yes, breathing in that ghastly stuff is especially lethal. Maybe I'm just way too used to coffee because it doesn't do anything. I mainly have coffee at work to have something in my hands that I can grab and not choke colleagues. Or rather, customers. Yeah, I think that's more like it, James. There's very little blood in my coffee stream. I usually go to the barista and go, IV, please. Oh, and speaking of IVs, uh, next week is Blood Donation Day again, so fun times. It'll be my 25th. You know, this Kilkenny stuff isn't that bad. But it's very light with only 4.3% volume. Could use some more. Oh god. I never read the back label. So, this is made in Ireland, but it's imported through Gesellschaft für Importbiere und Bierspezialitäten GmbH. Fucking hell. Just when you thought you read the longest branding names ever, you come across some weird beer importing nonsense. Blood for the block doctors. Yes. More clots for their throne. Or something. Tea I never drunk. I tried it multiple times, but I don't know. I won't. Don't. I'm not going to drink any more tea in my life, unless I'm really needing to drink it for some odd medical reason. But yeah. But was it Yorkshire tea? I have no clue. Yeah, I don't want tea. I want coffee. No tea can be as black as coffee. Some German words sound like gnome sentences from Dragonlance. Yeah. Nope. Nope. Right, I guess. My wife's into those, and nah. They might smell nice, but that's a trap. They don't taste like they smell. What was I going to do? I had an idea just now, and then I brain farted. Hold on. Can't remember. I'm taking bets on if Modifius will be accepting my application for a review copy. I'm going to say they won't, because they've turned me down twice. Earl Grey, hot. Nope. I might be closing in on Mr. Picard's hairstyle, but I'm not going to go with his choice of hot drink. I'm going to see with Mrs. What's her face again? Janeway. Captain Janeway. Coffee. Black. Oh, and in case you got bored, there's a new, what's it called? Season for Wheels of Time on Amazon. I've watched the first 2 episodes. And now there's this lady from what's it called? Oh fuck my The Expanse. The actress with the very raspberry voice. Cisco has anger management? And I mean, I had a hard time understanding her on The Expense. I don't know what happened, but she somehow sounds even worse. And that's with the new Amazon feature of boosting dialogue. Space Malcolm Tucker diluted down. It's a characterful voice. You can say anything about that. She was in Arcane. The animated series? I didn't notice. Have I missed her? Or did she actually try to speak properly? That's the voice of a lot of cigarettes, yeah. That's the Marlboro man's wet dream there. Oh, God. How did we get there? Ooh. I had an idea. What about a Expanse miniatures game? A space battle game? Oh, you're right. I forgot about the police ladies in the first few episodes. Yes. Yeah, not just minis, James. I'm talking about a full-on Battlefleet Gothic, but in the Expanse universe. Mechanics would take a year to work out. Yeah, probably. Though, I'm not sure. Full Thrust is working on a similar trajectory-based system with braking and giving thrust, doesn't it? It would be moving around for 20 turns and everyone dies on turn 21. You could have just said, no, that's a bad idea, and leave it at that. There's not enough good space battle games out there. But to be fair, I'd like to have something simple like X-Wing back. Nothing grand, just a beer and pretzels game. A billion suns? What scale do you use for a billion suns? Do tell. One to 60. Good. Very good, Mr. Soap. I was thinking about 4 to 20. Crispin scale. Banana Man for scale, or just use a Crispin if at hand. Oh, let me tell you a horrible, frightening story. This bottle is empty. Last Starfighter the game. That could be a boring one, couldn't it be? Just one fighter doing the Death Blossom and game over. Beer ASMR incoming. I'm not sure if Infinity was doing a space game, James. Pardon me. Rick Priestley's new game and Osprey are doing a new one. Why should Poland look out? 420 is a different reference, like a 69 is. So only a very improper thingamajig. Vector something. Let's see if I can find something. Nope. Hello, Pete. Welcome. How long have you been lurking, mate? Acheron's Fall. Does that ring any bell? Not to me. By Rampa Design. Looks like full thrust to a degree. But what? Way too much micromanagement with all the pegs. I don't like pegging in my games. About a minute. Well then, welcome to the late party. Sorry, no Jerry for tonight. I'm guessing he's somewhere in the realms of happy, joy land. Yeah. Then it might be that game, but don't want pegs or anything. I mean, I've seen Full Thrust at Hamburg Tactica twice, and they had so lovely miniatures like the classic Battlestar Galacticas, and even going with Macros, otherwise known as Robotech ships. Although I never found time to actually play it, which is sad. We all want the Rocinante. Though I could go with a little less camera shake. Yes, Skype, I know that you're going to end and that we need to push everything to Teams. You can just go flog off. Yeah, no, Pete, no worries. I won't infect my PC with Teams. I'm still thinking about what to do, but I'm guessing I'll just make do with Discord. Orinoco, I think you know the answer. Oh, so am I, Pete. Teams is a nightmare to use, especially if it's not doing what people want it to do. And the best thing is when Microsoft changes stuff and nobody knows why. Oh, speaking of Capped Alpha Strike, this is true. Last night I had a very odd dream. I was in a game shop, which looked like a mix from the OTT Hobby Center and a shop in Bremen I know, and the only person working was Justin, and everybody else was somewhere else. So I was in OTT land, and nobody but Justin was around. Just what? No, but I nicked his vambraces. No, he didn't have clippers, and I had trousers on, so all good there. No, he was actually sitting in the shop doing hobby. It's totally odd thing to dream. But the last nights have been very weird in that regard. The most irritating part I can remember was that I was very annoyed that I had to be on the ferry later that evening so that I couldn't say hi to anybody else. Ah, there's no ferry from Germany to Ireland. Not as far as I know. No Pete, no cheese. Oh, actually, what did we have last night? We did have Asian food. I cooked myself, and no mushrooms, so could be that. But what a weird thing to dream. Maybe I'm just getting very, very weird with age. Wouldn't be a big surprise, would it? This sounds like the Finnish soda who down a bottle of speed pills. No, we don't do drugs. We only do alcohol. And maybe coffee. Demons up dreams about trains. Is Lloyd appearing in your dreams? Not once for yes, not twice for no. Do you need help? I mean, usually I can't remember what I dreamt of, but this time was way too odd to not remember. Are you still getting background audio? I feel it's way too quiet for you lot because the meter almost doesn't recognize anything. This could be better. No Lloyd and no PVA. Speaking of the shed, Lloyd, I know you're not listening. I know you're not watching. But please, where's the tour of your shed? The internet demands a tour of your shed. I hope it does. So I hope it dried by now. Unless Jerry keeps sneaking in and wetting the floor like he told us he had done multiple times. No, Soap, I don't think we want a Crispin Shed tour that might evoke images that we won't be able to forget. Here's Rome in there. Can you imagine the implosion that would have on the community of Beast of War on tabletop when Lloyd just comes forth and says, "Here, I built Rome. Now shut up." Shay painted his American Civil War stuff, Lloyd built Rome, and Warren finished any project. Signs of the apocalypse. Come to think of it, if I switch to Discord for using video chat with Jerry on this here stream, I could include Discord for other reasons. I'll have to think about that. We could do with another one dungeon tour. Yeah, that's a thing. Though, judging from the background last time he was on the XLVS, I think his dungeon is currently a wee bit clogged. Looks a bit stuffed. Oh, you can bet your bottoms on that, Zork. If Lloyd built Rome, he would surely add trains. Clock, does he need prunes? Not his rectum. Dear, that verse is not clogged. His basement. I mean, I wish I had known earlier when Lloyd was on the in the miniature world in Hamburg. I'd gladly had joined him on a journey through there, just to see, is he really that weird in life as he is on screen? Hello, Nick. Welcome. I hope you're having a good time. I hope your whistle is as wet as mine. We're drinking beer tonight. And I'm pretty sure my lovely co-host is drinking as well. Or sleeping. Or both. Yes, it's Crew Republic Trooper Progressive Lager. Made in Germania. According to the laws of purity. Please store cold. Okay, can do that. Oddly enough, there's no percentage given. Or am I just... Oh, there, 5%. Jerry is sober as a judge. Are you sober, Sancho Panzotti Pete? Oh, your trip to Germany had a slight detour. Yeah, we had a little bit of air traffic stops. There have been a wee bit of a worker strike. Not planned. There will be a show of some description. Jeebus, that's the week after. Fuck. Oh no! Panic! What date is that? Yeah. Oh, you've got to be kidding me. April the 1st? Fuck! Ah! Oh god. I need to come up with something. What? 250th episode on April the 1st? In the year 2025. Oh, this is going to... Oh, my brain hurts. See if Ben and Lloyd will come. I'm sure Ben could be persuaded to a degree. I'm pretty sure Lloyd wouldn't. Oh yeah, having Lloyd build Rome Live. Maybe I should look into, for this one case, look into artificial intelligence video creating tools and just make some shit up. No, Zork, don't put the gremlins in the top. Not that it would make the world much worse, but I don't think building Rome in a hot tub would be a viable option. I think the MDF would just go bonkers. God, thanks for bringing that up, Mr. Nick. Now I got a headache. How? I can't be creative under stress. Thanks for the gifted sub, Mr. James Cuts. General Bum Kicker. Who the flock is General Bum Kicker? Wait, to be fair, a live painting would be possible, and if I were to use the power of Discord, I think I still have the appropriate rights to use the hobby hall. No, I don't think General Bumkicker is Crispin. I think that's somebody else. I still find it annoying that Twitch doesn't show the... oh. It's not even showing up. Odd. Maybe he just left. General Bumlicker. Waterboarding, no. What makes you say such horrible things? You are a very, very naughty boy. You are not the Messiah. Waterboarding is a special Discord. Oh, I see. That's what you mean. Yeah. Nick, everything here is raw and uncensored because I don't give a toss. The only thing I'm trying to keep away from is audio that might be copyrightable because for some odd reason, Twitch doesn't like me sending out copyright protected audio. we might have to switch to OnlyFans for that. And to be fair, there's enough. Good night, Demons Up. There's enough open source versions of doing stuff to make it work. Uncensored and uncensored, Crispin. You're not wrong. Not as bad as you imagine. It's worse. To be fair, I think we would all be way much better off if we were to speak what we think all the time, regardless of what comes out. Not saying that you have to be mean to other people, but man, some people need their head be straightened. And sometimes you just have to vent. No, I don't want to have a weird orange wig, Pete. Why would I be like the government of the weird people over there? Oh, this is getting a wee bit loud, isn't it? Where's my audio mixing thingamajig? Ah, that's much better. Where an end of streamer shite comes, yeah. That's probably true. And to be fair, it doesn't take much to offend the world. You just need to say, you lot are all stupid. And you don't realize it because you're too stupid to realize that you're stupid. That's just, yeah. Just realize that you don't know everything. That you need to have other people in other fields of expertise telling you what's right and what's wrong. And just accept that. People are bad, okay? Yes. Though only groups of people are bad. Single people, individuals, are usually very nice. It's only when they become a mob that they really are annoying cunts. There was a Terry Pratchett quote, but I can't remember that one. At least not in English, because I never read it in English. Concerned people. Also, I hope you all remember that it was Terry's birthday a few days ago. Or was it his deathbed? Oh, I can't remember. Was one or the other was an anniversary of his. The intelligence of the creature known as crowd is square root of the numbers of people. Yeah, it's somehow the more people are in it, the less the intelligence is. And I never thought that to be true until I actually witnessed people being absolutely mental cunts in a group. And each one of their own was a fine lad. But put them in a room. Even worse when there's alcohol involved or something to argue about. Apologies to all the viewers at home, not watching live, but the video later on the YouTubes, who are expecting hobby content. I think we're on the thin side today. Happens. I blame St. Patrick. Who must we bribe to get Mr. Pratchett a saint? Saint Pratchett. Sounds nice. Saint Pratchett. Saint of all the insanity in the world. And the very weird and odd humor. Oh, Pete, I'm sure you put up some again, but that's nothing that people on this stream have been seeing, or this video later. Taurus painted a hobbit. Why on earth would you paint a hobbit? Are you trying to suck up to Ben and get a golden button? Hmm. Hmm. The Hobbit says. Depends on what time of day you're using it, Nick. I think it's better in general. It still has days when it's a bit wonky, but most of the time it's good. Hello, Jim Stockwell. Yeah, I was talking about that and your point on your project earlier on the show, and the Who? What now? Channel Zorg? Parliamentary channel. Why? What the fuck makes you think I would watch that? I now need to look up what that actually means. Is that some kind of public service broadcast on the BBC? Or is it just your way of telling me that I need to take sides more seriously? Have fun watching, Pete. It's a lovely show. Tatty bye. Still looking very much forward to the new episodes of Andor. It's where you can watch old people in the parliament sleep. No, I really don't enjoy watching other people sleep. Seriously, I don't. And it doesn't. Yeah, most parliaments have sleepy old people, or just sleepy people in general. Because, well, what's not to like about being paid for sleeping in and just being present? As soon as I've got my box, I will make a update on that, James. Thanks for your support anyway. Hang in there. British Parliament is televised. German Parliament is too, for the most part. But usually it's just boring. Yeah, but Redworth, how would you know that it's dysfunctional if you couldn't watch it live, happening right in front of your eyes? Yeah. I think the world peaked around the 80s, and that's it. We're doomed. 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 Oh. Doesn't look as good. Not bright enough. Doomed. The House of Commons are separated by 2 swords' length. Well, doesn't help you if somebody brings a gun, does it? So, unless you lot have anything hobby related to say, I think I'm going to cut this one. We're close to 30 minutes. The beer is growing empty again. And I grow very sleepy. Hopefully, next week, Jerry will be back. I would have very much liked to have him back with the 250th episode in 2 weeks' time. If you have got any ideas what to do on the 250th episode, put it down in the comments and I will ignore it. Or maybe not. I might even put up a poll on the YouTubes or anywhere else. No, I'm not buying a hot tub. Don't you ever ask again. Thank you. See you lot next week. Teddy bye. Now where's the button?